Hey folks, Big Deano here again. This time taking a look at Figuarts Ultimate Gohan. Now, I know with all the new figure reveals and stuff like that, this guy might seem a bit boring, but still, he's a new figure and I intend to review him. So, without further ado, go over there, Gohan. That's good. Good. Take a look at the packaging, as per usual. It's got Ultimate Son Gohan down the bottom, the usual silver toy sticker, focus, thank you, collector shop exclusive, Dragon Ball Z, and if you notice, no blurb on the front. That's a new one. Product may differ from photo. Yeah, no shit. Never mind. This guy just came out a month or so ago, so he is relatively new. You've got a nice pixel art picture of him there. On the top, you've got the ultimate power-up. Camera just will not focus today. Ultimate Son Gohan, S.H.Figuarts. Picture of him on the side with his name again. And on the back, simple style, heroic action, and yeah, there's the blurb that we've all come to know and love, and some nice pictures. Now, you'll notice the faces here are actually higher quality than the ones we actually got with them. Case in point, this one. It still doesn't look bad, but I'll come to these in a second. Basically the way they've done them is a bit not quite right. On the bottom is where this actually differs from the Japanese one, because unlike the usual sticker that we get, as well as the Funimation logo is printed, the bluefin label is printed on the actual box. So this box is different to the Japanese one. That's still the only difference, bear in mind. There's still the same figure inside, but this is the first time they've actually done, to my knowledge, apart from SDCC exclusives, a new box entirely for the American and Western market. Yeah. Moving swiftly on to his accessories. As I showed you before, he comes with his smirking face, which is the one I was most excited about. Unfortunately, they kind of mucked it up. Now, I don't know if you can see, but the eyes suffer the same way as Vegeto's did, in that they seem too far up on his face. Again, that's because they seem to be tampographying them on instead of painting them like they used to. It does work sometimes, case in point, Goku. But yeah, not quite right. I think it's partly to do with the fact that they haven't actually made an indent for the eyes. They've just sort of printed it onto a face sculpt, if you know what I mean. He comes with normal face as well, which actually does look alright. It looks as if he's got a massive forehead, but it's not bad when it's on his head. And lastly, for heads, we get this one, which is a nice shouting one. This one, it still looks good. It looks better than the smirking face. Don't think I'll get over that. But for some reason, it looks as if they've tried to indent his forehead a bit at the eyebrows to try and say that he's angry or he's shouting. But it just comes across that he's got big bumps on his head. Very strange. In terms of hands, he comes with the same as the Goku mold always does. He's got the blasting hands. He has Kamehameha gripping hands. He has the fist hands, which come with him in the package. He has the martial arts posy hands. And finally, he comes with karate chop hands. Now these ones are actually new. I noticed this when I took him out the box. They look the same as the old one, but if I bring Goku's out, you'll see the old one is much bigger and much more curved. These ones are more straight. Let's see if I can get a good look at that. No, don't think I can, unfortunately. But yeah, it's pretty good that they've got that, because I didn't really like the ones that came with the regular Goku. They always seemed a bit too big for my liking. But yeah, anyway, moving on to the figure itself. If we stand him up, there we go. He is pretty much the, maneuver the camera there. He's pretty much the standard Goku body. Well, the Goku body that we've come to know and love, or hate, depending on who you are. But you'll actually notice that even though it looks as if it's the regular Goku mould, you can actually see this one is a bit lighter. Well, I don't know if it's coming across in camera, but it looks as if there's less shading on Ultimate Gohan than there is on Goku, which is strange. You would have thought Gohan would have had more shading. In fact, he really should be darker, because he didn't even appear in the manga in this colour scheme, which is a shame, but hey ho. In terms of height, he comes in at... Apologies, the light is over here so you can see the shadows. Woo. He comes in at about 6.5 inches to the top of his hair, which is actually a bit taller than Goku, only because of the hair spiking up. In terms of hands, just the usual Figuarts hands we've all come to expect. Ball joint here, which you can use to pop right on. There we go. And voila. In terms of faces, comes off like so. I don't know why more people aren't showing this. I've seen it on the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku as well. They don't seem to be showing the pegs, which I particularly like seeing. But it comes off like that. And that bit comes off like that. Now, it looks as if it's the same sort of peg system as regular Goku, but unfortunately it isn't. It's slightly different. I mean, you can sort of force it there, as I pull Goku's face off. And you can sort of force it on there, and for all intents and purposes it does kind of work, as long as you don't stress it a bit too much. So on a shelf you wouldn't really notice the difference, but if you see there, yeah, it's kind of creating gaps and such, because it's a slightly different mould, unfortunately. But hey ho, let's pop that back on. Focus, thank you. And you put that back. So yeah, taking a closer look at Gohan, he's just the usual Goku mould, as I said. So he's got, in fact, his neck is a bit more restricted than Goku's. I don't know if it's because of the mould or that, but he can look down quite far because of the neck articulation. He can go side to side. Focus, thank you. His arms can go up about that much, although that does segment it. He does have bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, which gets quite a good range for the muscle tone. Ball joints at the arm. The waist is the pull-up waist, which can get that much back, that much forward. When it's there, you can still get a little bit, but not that much. The legs are the pull down hips, can get pretty decent range. Double jointed knees, which are the visible joints, which a lot of people don't like. And finally, you get the foot articulation with the toe. Everybody loves the toe. But yeah, guys. In terms of shading, as I said, this guy doesn't really have any. He's got a little bit on his arms, which I don't think will show up if the light's still on it. Hold on, I'll turn off the light a second. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Yeah, the shading is a bit different to Goku's. He still has the slightly sunburnt neck, but it's not as noticeable. But yeah, before we finish up, get him in a quick pose. Oh, I completely forgot about the effect part. How stupid of me. Yeah, this bit is the one bit that I really hate Tamashii for. The effect itself isn't bad, but it's a little bit dinky. They really should have elongated it a bit. The moulding on it's good. But yeah, a bit small, bit on the small side. You do get the Tamashii stand with it, but I don't know if they were using this figure to majorly cut costs, because obviously he's just using the Goku body and colour scheme. But it doesn't even come with a clamp, so you can't use it to suspend Gohan in midair. I mean, that would have cost you pennies, lads. Really? There's no need for that sort of corner cutting. There really isn't. But anyway, we do get it, which isn't bad, I suppose. Just have him holding it like that. And why don't we show off Goku standing side by side to end off, just for a little comparison's sake. You will notice he has a sticker on him, which I quite enjoy. I showed that off in an earlier video. But yeah, guys, I think that will do it for this video. So until next time, I'll see you all later.